You know what that's from?
You?
Yeah, you're right. I wrote it. Welcome to Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. This is where you come to hear how wrestling should be talked about. Well, I said it right for once. To the left, your right, we got Mathew, Barnaby. How's it going, Barnesy Barnes?
It's going well, handsome Nick. It's going rather well.
Or is your name Taylor Guitar?
It could be. It could be. I might legally change it.
That's a weird name tag if it's not your name.
It is. It is. It's probably upsetting. I'm sorry.
So we're going to cover some of our favorite moments from Raw and Smackdown for the week of May 16th and 19th, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Feels right? I think that's what I wrote down.
Feels good.
16th and 19th? 19th was, 16th and 19th. We're going to, best pop, best match, best dressed. Do we have best dressed?
We don't have best dressed.
I mean, it's always Seth Rollins. It's either Seth Rollins or Ripley's ass.
I would take Rhea over Seth's awful, absolutely just terrible sense of fashion.
What are you talking about? Those clothes are like $10,000 an episode outfit.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Kanye used to sell $400 white clean T-shirts. That's not the point.
Kanye's T-shirts have swastikas on them now, and now they're $1,400, and he's doing very well with them.
Yes, well.
Remember back when Kanye said George Bush doesn't care about black people, and now he's a Nazi? It's just full circle, huh? It's crazy. Anywho, we're not here to talk.
Remember that time he sucked his cousin? Anyways, yeah.
What's the song? That's the new hit, number one on the Billboard song. I sucked my cousin's cock. Is that the one?
Hey, that's exactly
it. Is that what it's called? I haven't heard it yet. I wonder what his live show is going to be like. Is he going to be just laying on a mountain?
Song too. Got that Hitler song now too. So,
oh man,
I don't know what happened to him.
I feel like it'll be similar to Pink Floyd's The Wall, but like the opposite.
Like, you're not blonde hair with blue eyes, right there, Kanye?
Like they like The Wall. Oh yeah, we're not talking pop culture, Mathew. Even I'm not even sure if that is pop culture. Like and subscribe. Let us know what you think. Just keep in mind, my opinion's always right. So if you disagree, you're wrong, and Barnaby's is right whenever he agrees with me.
Which is not often. All right, let's talk some wrestling now.
Like and subscribe. Matt forgot a few subjects this week, so let us know in the comments how many lines he should write this week. I'm saying 7,000. Yeah, I will fill in my template. Oh. I will fill in my template. Didn't they do that in England?
Yeah.
Or they just
I had lines when I was a kid.
Or they just hit you. I didn't mean cocaine, Matt. I meant writing lines is bad boy.
That was the joke 5 minutes ago. Thanks for catching up.
God, it took me a minute.
All right.
Well, I was already on my own wavelength. It's hard to get off that wavelength.
As usual.
It's very loud. It takes over my brain. Like and subscribe. Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. This is where you come to hear how wrestling should be talked about. What's the first pop of the week? Is what I got on my list.
Let's talk pop of the week. Yeah, for sure.
Who do you think? You want to go first? Do you want to rock, paper, scissors?
I thought we
were going to do it. You want to do it?
Yeah.
Live? On the internet?
On the internet.
It's recorded. Okay. Wait. Do you know how to do rock, paper, scissors? Should I explain it to everybody, you think?
Paper, scissors, and then you shoot.
Exactly. Okay.
Exactly. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I did it wrong. And you still won.
Paper. You did paper, and
I did do paper, but I did it wrong. I don't know how I did it. I didn't explain it, so I didn't know how to do it. All right, you go first.
Perfect. All right. So for loudest pop of the week, biggest crowd reaction this week, I have an honorable mention to. Excuse me while I drop my mouse.
Why are you so close? It's like your eyeball.
An honorable mention to Logan Paul getting booed opening up Raw this week. That was so loud. That was ridiculous. And I thought nothing's going to be much louder than that until the very end of the show, where Punk came out. And oh my God, these people became unglued. The roof blew off. Not only right before he came out and started chanting for him, but also they started singing a song. They cut his music early because he's doing a rundown and try to help. And the crowd just continued singing his song.
They didn't have it. They were singing it, whether they liked it or not.
Yeah, it was outstanding. It was so loud and very, very cool. So I give that a win.
Yeah, I'm the same. I mean, it's kind of sad, though, when the best part of Raw is a rundown at the very last segment for Raw. I mean, they got to pick it up because that was the best part of Raw. I mean, we'll continue, but that was definitely the loudest pop, like easily, and the crowd just kept singing. That's the note I have. They just kept singing.
Yeah.
Cut off the song. We know the words, MFer. We've heard the song before. Sing a new song.
We know this song.
It's almost like they had to wait a second before. He had to, of course, come save sacrilege, son of a bitch, Sami Zayn. But either way, he was definitely the loudest pop. I thought Sami was joining the new bloodline.
Oh,
kind of. Oh, he was dressed in a. Well, what are we going to call it? What are they? I like the Solo family, but then we can't call the Heyman's thing the Heyman family. So what else would it be called? Because they don't have a name.
No idea.
Should we just call it the family?
The family. I like that. That works.
That works. It's got to be called something.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so definitely CM Punk coming down. That was pretty mental.
Insanely loud.
Now, promo of the week, there wasn't a lot of great promos. But I know what my favorite is. The Solo Fatu promo on SmackDown.
Yes, sir.
That was awesome. I loved it when he was like, I don't know, Fatu was speaking his gibberish, and he started speaking his gibberish over him. Solo's getting so good on the mic. He's one of the best in the game right now. He's getting really good. I think so. I think he's so good on the mic right now. I think he's been good on the mic for a long time. They just didn't let him talk as much. Maybe he was training. I don't know. But I thought his promo that night, hey, it won for me promo of the week, and it was mostly him. It didn't win because of Fatu. He didn't hurt it. He helped it. Yeah. But that was so like a Solo moment for sure. And I'll like to see what happens when the brothers come back, Tama, and I always forget the other guy's name. Like that's gonna be a 5-member stable. How are they? If everybody can get along.
Yeah, I don't know if Fatu is long for that stable, my friend. I don't know.
I mean,
I know the crowd just can't stop cheering for him, and they still hate Solo.
Yeah, but it's family.
Sometimes that doesn't matter.
I mean, Dom's still in Judgment Day.
And hates his dad.
His dad's a deadbeat.
Then the Hardys have fought, then each other, and Brett and Owen.
Oh, I'm not saying they couldn't fight each other. 100%. Oh, your point is the family thing that I mentioned before.
Yeah, my point is the family end up fighting, and I don't think Fatu's going to be in that group for very long.
I think Fatu's going to stick around. They're going to run the show. Solo's winning Money in the Bank. He's got a belt coming.
You think? Interesting.
I don't know. I said it here first. Boom. The more you know. But yeah, for me, Solo, did you say yours? Or did I just talk a lot?
So you just talked a lot. I think my favorite, we're going to go with Gunther. Gunther in the ring with Logan Paul opening up Raw.
Also, you're throwing Logan Paul in there.
Well, I mean, I guess so. It was both of them, although Gunther was the one who said most of the stuff.
Before it came down, though, man, Paul was lipping.
He was, but Gunther cut him off, man. He with Logan Paul, you can see him as a threat to a lot of people, right? He's picked it up in the ring. He really has. I hate to admit it, but he has. But as soon as he gets in with Gunther, it was just like the mood shifted entirely, and all of a sudden you saw a professional destroyer in the ring with a YouTuber, right? And Gunther basically talking about, you think you can beat the guy who beat me?
He's definitely got an air of confidence to him. He, even when he was talking to, who was he talking to in the backstage at one point? He just Seth Rollins. He's like,
Seth.
I await it, or what did he say? I forget how he put it, but just the confidence in his face and the kind of like almost air to him. He just, you can tell he feels like he's above everybody.
Yeah, and I don't know what they're doing with his character. He was in that promo. He even said, when you ask the commentators how I feel about what I do to non-wrestlers, and he's like, at least Mathew had some heart.
Mm-hmm.
If you win the belt, I'm going to eat you alive. I just thought it was a really cool promo. It's a different side of Gunther than we usually see. Yeah, I liked it.
All right. So we're doing Wrestler of the Week and Match of the Week last, right? Or Top of the Week. We just did Promo of the Week. So that's, I'm SmackDown. You're what, Raw? Or is Gunther SmackDown too?
Well, Gunther opened up Raw.
Right. I watched them both back to back. So I'm a little confused in my mind.
I got it all written down.
I watched 5.5 hours of wrestling straight last night. All right. Well, Move of the Week. Let's move on to that.
Move of the Week.
I mean, I got like a couple that I'd like to talk about. Rhea Ripley's dropkick to Irie Singh while she jumped off the top rope. Did you see that one?
That was badass. Yeah.
That was nuts. And then there was that Fraction match. And I can't even pin down a Move of the Week for this Nathan Frazier guy. But there was a segment of moves for like a minute or two where it was just like, what the hell is going on? Like, the guy's so fast that he did like 10 moves right in a row.
Yeah.
That was nuts to me. There was also DIY versus them. I believe DIY is brain bustering them, and somebody got a super kick at the same time.
Yeah.
I gotta give it to AJ Styles. He had somebody in a calf crusher. I forget who he was even fighting. He was in a tag team match, right? With Penta?
With Penta versus Judgment Day.
Right. And then I forget if it was Big Head or Fit, but somebody jumped off the top rope to a splash, and he threw the guy in the way, and he splashed the other guy while he was doing a calf crusher. I've never seen anything like that before. I thought that was like, whoa.
JD came off the top.
And he threw him in the way while he was in the air. I was like, hold on. AJ Styles was on point in that match, but and he's looking like he wants to make a run. But that move was it blew my mind. Fraction had all these great moves, but that move was just like, holy cow. It seems like almost like these guys are doing kind of more of an IRH style. Is it Fraction? Fraction? Yeah, that's a hard name to say. They should change that. It should be called
Axiom and Nathan Fraser. So they just combined their last names.
Oh, that's stupid.
Oh, that's dumb.
It's still better than Motor City Machine Guns. By 1,000%.
Goddamn mouths.
So what? Was that SmackDown? Was that Raw? Oh, that's Raw.
That's Raw.
Raw.
So for Move of the Week for you, that's Raw. You put that down. So I'm gonna go with the same match, but I'm gonna pick the Canadian Destroyer off of the steps onto JD.
Yeah, that was nuts.
I love that Destroyer, and until he does it 100 more times, and we might get bored of seeing it, and it becomes less special. I'm still gonna vote for that almost every time. I love that move. It looked nasty. Get off the outside steps onto the outside of the ring. It looked nasty. That one's got my vote for sure.
I think Ouchie of the Week's next, right?
Ouchie of the Week is next.
Is it your turn?
So, yeah. So, we talked briefly before this where you didn't really see it. So maybe I'm cheating by looking at the video after. But I think it's the obvious one if you've seen it is Zoe Stark, man. Oh my God, doing a springboard missile drop kick.
Yeah.
And lands on her one leg, and it went sideways like this, and she literally like landed on her knee while the rest of her leg was straight out the other way.
Yeah, it's a sad one because she's probably out for like a year.
She's gonna be out for a while. She's had bad knee problems and leg problems before. I don't know if she's coming back from this. It looked nasty. They stopped the match essentially, right? Mm-hmm. The girls in the corner, the other two, Rhea and Kairi Sane, and in the corner, kind of waiting to know what to do next. You could feel the energy just sink as soon as that happened. That wasn't any kind of story. That wasn't any kind of, I'm going to fake an injury so I can roll to the outside and then come back later sort of thing that you see like a lot of bad guys.
Why wouldn't they have got a stretcher? Nasty. They should. The trainer carried her out.
Yeah, they try to walk her out, and she screamed in pain. And he's like, "Whoa!" Picks her up, and walks her out, picking her up. That was insane.
Wouldn't the proper procedure is lay her down, stabilize her knee, and get a freaking stretcher in there? Picking her up like that would not help her knee situation.
No,
it could very well make it worse. So. A little heartless move on WWE, in my opinion. They should have got a stretcher out there. I know they're in the middle of a show, but haven't they learned yet?
Yeah, that was nasty.
Just give it some time so you can protect your wrestlers. Yeah. You know, I hearken back to Owen Hart, right? It's just, I know she didn't die, but it's like the same attitude. Oh, we got a show going. Let's just pick her up and throw her out of here. I don't know if they should have done that. That was weird to me. Just my opinion. And yeah, ouchie of the week for sure. And then she's going to be ouchie of the next 6 to 8 to 10 months if she comes back.
Yeah.
Because I don't see her as a manager position, so if she can't wrestle, I don't see her being around. All right. Did I go? No, I didn't go.
Nope.
So I got a couple shout outs like that spinning elbow from Black to Mello.
Oh yes.
That was a hell of an ouchie. Yeah. There was a Ciampa used his knee to stop a pin at one point during that fraction. Anyway, that was like, that guy looks hurting. Nia Jax did a hip attack to Tiffy Stratton's head during their match against the pole, like the outside of the ring.
She did some damage there.
I was like, she's dead.
Yeah.
They're just dead.
Sure. Yep.
Right? Barbie dead. Miss Piggy dead. But I mean, Sheamus slapping the shit out of Grayson Waller. Grace slapped him like 10 times in a row. I mean,
that was just satisfying. That was satisfying.
Just slappy.
Austin Theory just giggling his ass off in the corner.
Well, I mean,
it's another friendship that's not in this world right there.
You know, well, I mean, hey, he's getting even. I gotta hand it to him. Grayson Waller kept throwing him to the Sharks, right? So I guess it's his turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, mine is definitely the Sheamus multiple slaps. I mean, that was hilarious. So that's mine SmackDown, I think, right? Or is that Raw?
What, Sheamus is Raw.
The Sheamus Grayson Waller one?
Yeah. Sheamus gonna be out there. Fat down. So that is Raw. And mine's Raw as well.
Standard of the week. Who to watch?
Who to watch? I'll tell you who to watch. I'll tell you who to watch right now. And it's not even on an honorable mention of match of the week. Okay, because it started off kind of slow and plodding. But who do you have to watch? JC Mateo, our newest member of SmackDown, with Solo and Fatu and maybe the Tongas when they come back. Right, his power moves are insane.
Yeah, he's a strong guy.
He's gonna do big stuff, right? He's 5'8", right, and he's picking guys up, turning them one way, and then pendulum slamming them the other way.
Yeah.
That's insane. And he's doing that to 265-pound guys. Like that's insane to me. You're going to see some really cool stuff from him, I think. He's on my to watch list for sure.
Yeah, he's an honorable mention for me, absolutely. And I mean, so is Fraxium. I mean, I even have Logan Paul down here because I mean, I think his promos are getting so good. I think he's a good guy to watch. I don't know. I think I'm gonna. So I'm kind of like mixed up between Roxanne Perez and Solo. Because I mean, I think Roxanne Perez is gonna make some waves, joining Judgment Day maybe. But I think I'm gonna give it to Solo. I think I know you maybe don't agree, but I think he's coming into his own. I think he's becoming his own man. I think he's gonna be a guy to watch. I mean, he won his qualifying match. Best promo for me. I mean, I like Solo. I've always liked Solo, but I think he's just getting. I always appreciate it when it seems like they're trying to get better, and he's getting better and better every week. So I'm gonna put my pin on Solo on who to watch because he's gonna be involved in some stuff. I think, especially with his bloodline stuff going on with Cobb, with Fatu. The Thomas are gonna come back. I mean, they're the main storyline. I mean, Solo was in several segments, right? He was out there.
So you think the Solo Sikoa experiment is not quite over yet?
I don't think so. I mean, they wouldn't have given him, or he would. I mean, he's going to be in that Money in the Bank. Yeah. I mean, that's a big match. We don't know who else is going to be in it yet. Do we know everybody in it? Not yet, right?
No.
Is he the only qualifier for the men's?
Yeah, there's just one each.
So far?
One of the women's, I think. Or now it's two.
Maybe it's two. I forget.
Yeah,
who's yours?
It's.
You said it already.
Yeah.
Backstage segment? You don't got nothing for that?
I do. I do. I'm going to go with just because it made me laugh. There wasn't a lot of them this past week. But on Raw with Nick Aldis in the back, everyone's barging in. He's like, does anybody knock anymore? And you have New Day just being antagonistic. And as they leave, Xavier Woods says, smells like a midlife crisis in here, which made me laugh out loud. So I'm going.
That was really funny.
I'm going with Nick Aldis.
And I was like, what is that supposed to mean? Yeah, that was good stuff. That was really funny. I mean, Heyman telling Jay he's screwed was pretty good stuff against Breaker. That was a good little conversation while he's sitting there drinking the coffee. He's like, and don't drink the coffee. I thought that was pretty funny. The Gunter and Seth conversation, that was pretty good too. We talked about that a little bit. Gunter's on another level with just the way he looks at people when they're talking to him. He's almost, he's just got this way about him. He doesn't really change. He's kind of moving his head just the way he knows how to just stare somebody into the ground. But my favorite was Michin with, like, I think it's B-Real or whatever her name is. KeyFabe. Chelsea Green, their security all talking, and Alexa Bliss walks up and scares everybody.
Yeah,
that was my favorite.
Yeah, that works. That's another one for SmackDown there.
That was my favorite for sure. You gotta like the little funny moments. Yeah, it's nice to see Alexa Bliss on TV more than just once a year.
Yeah. Agreed. She had a good match too.
She qualified for the Money in the Bank,
and she's back into Money in the Bank. She looked good in the ring, and hasn't really lost a step. So yeah, I'm all for it. And the crowd when she went in for her Sister Abigail reverse DDT, the crowd just swelled immediately. So loud, it was really good.
Yeah. She's been training. She hasn't missed a step. It's like she's been wrestling the whole time. Like she hasn't missed a step. And I'm
for 2 years.
Very happy that she's back. So you don't have anything for fail of the week?
I don't. I mean, unless I can call SmackDown in general.
I disagree. SmackDown was way better than Raw.
Being
match-wise.
Interesting because your points don't show that right now.
I know,
but yeah, no, I didn't have anything fail of the week that was significant enough. I mean, Jade Cargill was on my screen for a few minutes, and that to me is a cringe. And Charlotte was on my screen for a few minutes. I consider it cringe.
So you don't think Chad Robinson forgetting the count during that one triple threat match was a little...
Okay, fair point. Yeah, he just stared off in the sun.
He just forgot.
Paying any attention whatsoever.
He had an elderly moment. He is 60. I mean, he's been around since WCW days. Little Nate.
Oh, excuse me, yeah, baby Nate.
Little Nate, whatever they called him. I don't even remember what the show that was a part of.
That was
Raw. All right, well, bye point from Raw. So you don't have a surprise either.
One second, I'm gonna do a -1 on Raw. I'm gonna just remove one right there. And all mine kind of came from SmackDown, so I'm gonna remove a point from SmackDown on my side.
You don't have one.
I just said like 3 or 4 of them, but they're all SmackDown. I couldn't decide which one. They were all SmackDown.
You didn't have it written down in your little thing.
You don't know that. It's right in front of me here.
I know.
Many screens. I got many screens. All right. You gotta have the same amount of numbers.
You son of a wonderful.
Same amount. I got a best surprise. And that would be the fact that we got to see JC Mateo in his first match. Didn't see that coming at all. Impromptu, last second, thrown into a match. I thought it was a cool surprise. I was waiting to see him wrestle, and we did.
Yeah, that's also my surprise, seeing Mr. JC wrestle. And very interesting that he's a former Olympian, which I didn't know. He's actually the flag bearer for Guam, which is...
Really? For Guam?
That's what they said. That's what they were saying. They said that on the show.
Well, I must have missed that. That's great.
Yeah, I guess you did. We can look it up, though. I don't know. But that's what they say, Guam. And I was like, Guam? Yeah, but you think Ben Johnson's born in Canada? MF's got the thickest Jamaican accent I've ever heard in my life. Dominant Bailey, Jamaicans.
I knew he was born in Hawaii, but I didn't know about was that Guam?
You just have to have citizenship. You can look it up. That's what they said on the show.
Yeah. As an amateur wrestler, Cobb represented Guam, or JC represented Guam at the 2004 Summer Olympics. Became the nation's flag bearer in the opening ceremony.
Which is, something.
Freestyle wrestling. Maybe he'll go work for Hogan and Bischoff in their new freestyle wrestling.
Excited about that?
Not even a little.
I don't even know. I don't understand what it is. Is it just gonna be Olympic wrestling?
It's just real wrestling. Yeah, it's just real Olympic freestyle wrestling.
Are they laundering money? You think they're laundering money? It feels like they're laundering money. Who starts up an Olympic-style wrestling league? They're laundering money.
He's got to recoup that beer money.
It's bad beer, too. I heard that his company's trying to buy... Oh, damn it, I lost it. His company's trying to buy another company, too. Hulk Hogan beer. What is it? Great... I don't care. Anyway, I heard he's trying to buy some other... thing. I can't think of what it is.
He's trying to buy Hooters.
That's right. He's trying to buy Hooters. They're laundering money, though, right? He just doesn't know how to do it.
It's just, it's quite the fault.
He's got to get his daughter a job somewhere. You know who could have a job there? Who's the big fat black guy that's got all those cuts in his head? Yeah, him. The Sheik? No, not the Sheik. Abdul the Butcher. He could be a Hooters girl.
He's got the Hooters, so.
Yeah. All right. Story of the week. I mean, I'm going the solo family storyline. And Judgment Day was a shout out.
Yep.
With Mysterio not coming to the ringside, we got this Roxanne Perez stuff going on. Mysterio's, I I think he thinks he's too big for the group. Maybe a lot of people are thinking. So that's an interesting storyline. But I mean, the Solo family storyline kind of dominated SmackDown. I think that was my pick last week. It's my pick this week. I'm still enthralled. I still want to know what happens. Everybody gets cut off before they can finish their sentences. I want to know where Fat 2 stands.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll stand alone eventually or stick with the family or he'll be the lead of the family. I don't know. Maybe Solo will turn into the good. And Fat 2 will be super evil. Look at his face. It's pretty evil. I know it's hard to get people to boo for him, but I mean, he'd be great leader. Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen, and that's why I'm excited about it. Especially with the two little guys coming back. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Actually, I had the same two: Judgment Day and the Solo family.
Yeah, I mean, what else could it be? The R-Truth Cena match? Is that what we're going to talk about right now? Is the best? No, because it's stupid.
No, last week for me, it was Seth, Braun Breaker, and
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how this is going, but they closed out the show in Raw, but I didn't feel like that advanced anything. It hasn't piqued my interest any further in the story.
Yeah.
But the Solo stuff with him, trying to do Fatu's catchphrase. Oh, gas, no brakes.
Oh, so good.
So it's like, what the hell do you think you're doing, son? I thought that was fantastic. But yeah, it's I think I'm more invested in what's going to happen there, and I think I'm probably more invested because I really want Fatu to break out in the best possible way. So we have the same for that one. That's one for SmackDown.
I almost forgot a cringe moment shout out. Chris Sabin's hair. What the F is going on, dude? Dude, what the F is going on? Was he wearing a wig?
Was he Jade Cargilling it?
What the F is going on with that?
Really bad wig.
Timu, Daniel Bryanson, whatever head of hair he's got going on. Dear Lord, dude, they got barbers in the back. For sure, there's a barber back there. He looks like he's trying to have the same hair as somebody from 2000, a dude from 2004 that's emo. If he dyed his hair black, it'd be emo hair. Because it's like got a huge part, and his freaking part goes back here. He's balding, but he's got long hair, so it's like a part that goes back to the middle of his head.
You really
You don't have to remove a point for that, but that's an honorable mention.
Enough that you're fired up.
Anytime that they're not wrestling, they suck shit. Everything else about them, their mic stuff, their look, their presentation, their name, their song. Did I mention their name? BS. They suck, but they're fun to watch wrestle, so they can stick around. Like I said, Fraction, we're another just terrible name, but at least they got
you can't pronounce it. Doesn't mean it's a bad name.
That is why. That is my decision of a bad name. That's in there. If I can't pronounce it, Motor City Machine Guns is too many M's in words, so it's hard to also pronounce. So that's probably why. They should just call themselves the Guns. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, they already kind of had a guns type, didn't they? Billy. Yeah. They suck shit. All right. We gotta go all the way to the top now. So we're doing best.
So we got Match of the Week and Wrestler of the Week.
All right, let's do Match of the Week last.
All right.
I got some stuff to talk about.
So for Wrestler of the Week, I was going back and forth, and I think I'm cheating again because I am picking Phyrexium as Wrestlers of the Week. That match with DIY was solid. We talked about that at the beginning of the show. Solid. Great moves. Fast. Exciting. Wasn't sure who was going to win.
It was a high spot orgasm.
It's my jam. I love that stuff. I love it. It was just high spotty enough to be different from everybody else. Obviously they do really well in the indies or AEW, something like that. But they slow it down enough that they're still telling a good story in the ring. I am loving watching these guys.
Remember? I got a couple honorable mentions first because I actually make notes and do my proper homework. Jey Uso, I figure he's the Raw superstar of the week. Like if there was only Raw, he'd win.
Yeah.
He was great. He was in several segments. Great match. Got his ass knocked out. Good little promo. And then I had Bliss here from SmackDown because she just looked so tight in more ways than just a wrestling match. Dear Lord. Solo is another honorable mention for me. I'm digging the Solo train right now.
Really? All right.
I'm digging the Solo train. But I'm also going to cheat, and I'm going to go out of left field here. And I'm picking both DIY and Fraction because I don't think DIY wrestled worse than them. I honestly think it's even how well those two guys wrestled in that fucking, or those four wrestlers wrestled in that match.
Yeah.
They were so on point. You had strong style versus speed style. You had four guys that are pros at technical wrestling. You had the young bucks, pardon the pun, against kind of the old vets. I know they don't feel like vets because they've only been on SmackDown like 2 years, but I mean they've been in NXT for like 10 years. Like they've been, they're the vets.
DIY have been wrestling for 25 years.
For sure. Especially Johnny wrestling there, man. He's our ROH guy, right? So was Ciampa, but yeah, I don't know if I could give it to both of them. So just to disagree with you, I'll give it to DIY. So we'll call DIY. I wanted to give it to both of them because it was an incredible showing for sure. And they're not my, you know what? Shocker right now, they're not my match of the week, but we'll get into that. But I thought that was one of the best tag team matches that I've seen in a long time. And I just hope this Falcon team doesn't get injured because of how fast and how high spots they are. Yeah, because the injury, the only high flyer doesn't get injured regularly is like Rey Mysterio. Like most of these guys get injured, so it's but they're little guys, so maybe they won't. I don't know. But Mysterio went like 20 years without an injury, or 10 years or something. So those two guys, which is SmackDown.
Yeah.
And we have promo of the week. So we got match of the week coming up.
So this is the last one. The last segment for the show is match of the week.
Mm-hmm. You go first.
All right. So I had two honorable mentions and a match of the week. So honorable mention.
Can you still type after all that typing? Oh my goodness!
I tell you, I was stuck on one segment. Eating alive for the rest of the friggin' show.
Yeah.
This, ladies and gentlemen, my handsome Nick Hanlon used to be called Asshole Nick Hanlon.
Asshole Nick Hanlon, yeah. Nick the Dick? Nick the Dick was more.
Hey. That worked, but we love you. So match of the week. So first shout outs. I liked it when they did it the 2 weeks ago, last week. This week was even better. And that was Aleister Black and Carmelo Hayes. They had a really good match on SmackDown.
It was better than last week, I agree.
It was so much better than last week. They found their footing. They gelled well. Some nasty hits. Really enjoyable match.
And you can't have two more opposite styles.
No, I know.
Which is an interesting watch.
I like it. When it's done right, it looked really good. And then I had two other tag matches as my match of the week. And I couldn't decide on which one until I figured that, so AJ Styles and Penta versus Judgment Day, I thought was a very good match. AJ, like you said it earlier, AJ Styles, man, is pulling his form right now. Penta doing some fun moves. That destroyer on the outside was fantastic. But I was going to pick that, but I'm like, you know what? It wasn't better than what we've been talking about ad nauseum this week. Fraxium versus DIY. So that is my match of the week. Is Fraxium versus DIY on SmackDown.
You're at nauseum.
I am.
Now, this is why I'm going to say SmackDown was better than Raw. I don't care what effing points say. Go to hell. Because I got one Raw honorable mention. I got three SmackDown honorable mentions.
Oh, wow.
The matches on SmackDown were far superior than Raw. I don't even think it's close. A lot of the Raw matches were a bit clunky, in my opinion. They were not super, just weren't smooth. I mean, was that a Rhea Ripley match on Raw? Or was that SmackDown? That's not really their fault. Somebody got taken out. That kind of messed with how the match was going to go, right?
For sure.
So like, I'm not even bringing that one up. Not their fault, but I thought like the only match I could think of was like the Perez, Natalia, Becky Lynch, Money in the Bank qualifier on Raw would be my honorable mention, and it was also kind of clunky. Yeah, it was a bit clunky, but I would say that's the best match on Raw. Like, what's a better match on Raw than that?
AJ Styles and Penta versus Judgment.
Okay, well, yeah, that one. Fine. But I thought Judgment Day were a little clunky. I think it was a one-sided talent in that match. I think AJ Styles and Penta held that match together. But then SmackDown, we had Michin, Chelsea Green, Alexa Bliss, Money in the Bank qualifier. I mean, Chelsea Green thinking she's going to win, and Alexa Bliss pulling her out.
Yeah, that was good.
And her look,
5-6 minutes were really fine.
And her look at her, like this is the end finisher, right? That eye she gave her, and Chelsea Green flipping out, and her hitting that move. Wonderful ending. Good match, great ending. Obviously, how can I not throw? Because they're not. I love the match, but DIY fractured. I mean, what can I say? I mean, both teams just amazing. Solo, Penta, Jimmy. I thought that was a great triple threat match. And triple threat matches are hard to pull off. When you can do a real good one, they're like my favorite match. I love triple threat matches. And because when they're done right, remember those Daniel Bryan's triple threats back in the day? I mean, when they're done right, they're done right. And then right after that match, we get JC and LA Knight. Another really good match, right? That was SmackDown. Right? And that's not even me talking about my favorite match, which I texted you last night about it. But I thought the Nia Jax Tiffany time match was an incredible match. There was drama, there was close calls. I thought it was an incredible championship match, a well-told story. I thought top to bottom, such a good match. It was so fun to watch. I had no idea who was going to win. Both women were hitting hard. I mean, Tiffy slamming Jax to the ground, like picking her up and slamming her to the ground. I should have had that as Ouchie of the week. Right? End of match, Tiffy flipping Nia Jax off the top rope. What?
That was pretty wild.
What?
Trying to do like a top rope annihilator.
Kinda. She got her over.
Tried powerbomb and then landed on that looked painful. That could have been out to you the week as well as Zoe Stark now breaking her ankle or like
Nia Jax kicking out of the world's prettiest moonsault. That was awesome because I didn't expect that. I was like, oh my god, she kicked out! Like nobody kicked out that move, right? First time anybody kicked out is what the announcer said. Nia Jax is a Hulk Hogan of women's wrestling right now, okay, and not the bad way, not in the Hooters buying way. Her Samoan drop onto the announce table, awesome. This match had it all, man. Even when we thought Tiffy was going to lose, and she grabs the rope, beautiful. Nia Jax is like, I won. She's decided she's won and grabs the belt and walks out. And the cherry on the Sunday that is those juicy women is the drop kick chair shot to Nia that split her open like a melon. You see the blood coming off her head?
Yeah, it looked bad.
Man. And I was like writing all this out, going, okay, this is going to be an honorable mention. And by the middle of it, I have written match of the week. This match had me on the edge of my. I was just on the edge of my seat. I was like, "What the hell is going to happen right now? Is Nia going to win? Because she could. I mean, freaking Io Sky won on a Raw, so they're just do anything now, right? But man, I think the two things that really did it were her kicking out of that moonsault and Tiffy grabbing the rope after getting the Annihilator, and then the melon. Come on. That was a good match. You didn't like it?
I mean, it's not that I didn't like it.
You're biased.
I don't know. I thought a few of the things were a little sloppy, but
but even a mess up looked good.
I am biased. I will be honest with you. I know I'm biased. Nia Jax comes on TV, and my attention span dwindles.
You're whining like my puppy.
Quite sure.
I think Nia Jax. Get out of here. I think Nia Jax since last 2 years is double her skill. She's toy. She's hitting. She's actually putting on matches. She's doing different stuff. She's allowing herself to get beat up a bit. I think she's doing great. I mean, we need more big women. I mean, Piper's playing a goddamn security guard. Why? We need her destroying people. You know what I mean? Why isn't she destroying people? We got all these. I mean, I love watching Becky Lynch wrestle. I love watching Perez and Zelina Vega, these 90-pounders wrestle. But they should have Piper and Nia together as the two Twin Towers. Come on, a new earthquake and typhoon?
New earthquake and typhoon.
Is that too politically correct, like calling them fat or something? But I mean, that would be amazing. Right? Just dominate. Just destroy. They can win the men's tag team title. And that's what I got. And that's what I got to say about that. I think I have some other notes too.
Very surprised you went with Nia Jax on the match the week.
Well, sorry, not everybody can jerk off fraction, okay? Freaking guys. God. We got that. Yay!
It's the kitty.
Does not like this right now at all. I did. Yeah. She? What is it?
She did not like that. I just thought to her.
I got a couple extra notes while you're taking score here.
Yeah.
I mean, AJ looks like he's ready to run. I mean, he was as tight as tight can be in that match. I don't know if he's been holding back or he's been injured, but in that match, he looked so strong. I almost forgot how good the wrestler was until that match.
Right.
It's all been kind of fluff with him the last couple of years, I feel like. Fatu's sunglasses are on point. See those things? I got similar glasses.
That's good. I knew you.
Yeah, those square Fatu glasses, amazing. Me chin twerking is what everybody needs right now. Okay? There's so much stress in this world. We need more me chin twerking. That's all I gotta say about that. DIY patting themselves in the back like Barry Horowitz during that match.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I love that. I want to get a Barry Horowitz tattoo. But I just want it to be
just
the forefront. Yeah, right here. Like a jacket. So I can do this. I
remember watching the first match he won. Right? He's just lost to everybody all the time, and he randomly won a match once. They gave him
it was like his first match in 15 years. And then, like, 6 months later, he signed with WCW and became like a world title contender.
Yeah.
That was a big deal. Did he beat Razor Ramon? I'd have to look that up. Forget who he beat. But yeah, I remember him celebrating like it was like WrestleMania. I remember watching that on Superstars on Saturday morning. I did another Chris Sabin's hair comment here, but I covered that already.
It was Skip.
By the way, what?
Body Donna.
Oh, Kitty's ex. Poor old Kitty.
Chris Candido.
Yeah, that's who Kitty came in with first.
No,
Wasn't that?
No. It was always Sunny.
Or Sunny.
That's what I meant.
I get those
Two Sunnies.
Yeah, Sunny came in with. And she's down in jail for life. One last final note. Wade Barrett's the best announcer right now in wrestling.
You think?
I don't even think it's close. I mean, Pat McAfee's finally called a couple moves, which is nice to hear, but come on, dude. His stick's getting old. He better get educated quick. It was nice to see him actually knowing some moves. I feel like somebody's told him, we can tell you're faking it, dude. Because it's all enthusiasm.
Moves, yeah.
No,
there's no substance.
Thank you. No substance. Exactly. Him and Joe Test together, because Joe Test is just like the ultimate face guy, and Wade Barrett's just like, this is outrageous. Like just saying things are outrageous and biased, and Joe Test is getting mad. Those two together are great.
He on SmackDown, Joe Test is like, all right, Wade, you can take it from here. When Chelsea came out, he just gushes about Chelsea in the whole way she's come down to the match. I'm like, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna stop talking. Go ahead, Wade. This is on you.
Yeah.
And then Wade Barrett proceeded to talk about Chelsea Green for the 6 minutes she took to get down to the ring.
Amazing.
It was fantastic.
Wade Barrett is amazing.
I'm hoping he's got a match left in him. I would love to see him wrestle one more time.
Wonder what's wrong with him.
Yeah,
he's gotta have some sort of injury.
No, well, because he got let go, and then he got called back for commentary. I don't think there's anything wrong with him. Same with Nick Aldis, same with Adam Pearce. They were all hired as wrestlers, and they just decided not to put him in there as wrestlers.
Is Wade Barrett injured? Yes. Chat GDP or whatever says Wade Barrett was previously injured in 2013. Oh, never mind. Why doesn't Wade Barrett wrestle anymore? Primarily left full-time wrestling due to the desire for a balanced life. Okay. Maybe he just doesn't want to wrestle.
I don't think he was ever injured. There was a rumor him and Drew were gonna get into it, right? At one point, Drew McIntyre was over there screaming at Wade Barrett, talking about how they used to be friends and stuff like that.
I don't think Wade wants it. I think he likes to just kind of sit there and talk. I think it hurts less. I think some guys love wrestling, and he probably does, but he probably doesn't like the hurt that comes with it. And as you get older, he's probably in his 40s now. I mean, and when he was a mic guy, he was awesome. He was really bad news bad. He was really great. Very
on when NXT was more of a the search for the next star sort of thing, right? And they were doing promos in the ring that they were given a topic and then had to speak on it. And Wade knocked it out of the park, beat everybody so easily. It was the same class as the rest of the Nexus and Daniel Bryan and all that. But yeah, I'll never forget. Like as soon as he started talking, I'm like, oh, this guy knows what he's doing. This guy knows how to talk. And sure enough, yeah, he's talked himself into a great gig sitting next to Joe on SmackDown.
Where's Corey Graves? Is he on NXT still?
He's on NXT, and I miss him too.
Yeah. Anything else? Any final words? Any call-outs? Any extra notes that you might have made?
No, I can give us the score though.
Oh yeah, what's the score?
So
what's the score?
I scored Raw a 5 and SmackDown a 4. And that's as close as they've been since we started doing this. Usually Raw wins it for me. You scored Raw a 3 and SmackDown a 6.
Yeah, that's
right. So in total, right, your 3 and my 5 for Raw gives Raw an 8, and my 4 and your 6 for SmackDown gives it a 10. So SmackDown was the better show this week, wins up against Raw 10-8.
And that's the first win since we've been doing this, no? We've only done 3 or 4 of these, but
yeah, that's the first one for SmackDown for sure.
I thought it was the matches. I mean, some of the talk was weird. Whatever. Some of the talk is weird on both shows. But I mean, the matches were outstanding on SmackDown. I didn't have a ton of outstanding match notes for Raw. Right? It was just a clunk fest.
SmackDown is becoming a bit of a slog to get through 3 hours because they're not extending matches. They gotta pay for their airtime. So it's a lot of commercial breaks. I did hear a rumor that SmackDown might be going back down to 2 hours at the beginning of June. Their contract to provide a 3-hour show with the network is over. So I heard a rumor it might go back to 2. I would like that. I would do that.
The cool thing about watching SmackDown like later, it's only 2 hours, like 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's fair. It's hit and miss if I get to watch it on a Friday night or not. I usually have something planned. I didn't this Friday that's passed. The kid and her friend doing a sleepover, so I was playing stay-at-home dad on Friday. So I watched SmackDown, and it felt like a lot to get through. Even though there were some fantastic matches, but it took a lot to get to those matches.
3 hours is a long time. But you have all these commercial breaks and stuff you got to sit through.
Raw tends
really kills the momentum. Yeah.
Raw tends to flow a lot nicer now at around 2.5 hours. That's a good time frame for Raw. SmackDown maybe a little long.
I mean, again, I did 5.5.
Yeah. My brain would hurt after that.
I almost turned it off, but I was like, shit. This is a lot of wrestling one. I said, oh my God. All right, well, hey, like and subscribe. Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. Are we going to combine Saturday's main event with this list, or are we going to just go do a separate episode for Saturday main event?
Probably separate episode, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably a separate
PLEs are a breakdown. Raw and Smackdown is like this week in wrestling.
Is Saturday main event considered a PLE?
Yeah, because you don't pay for anything anymore, so that's considered a premium live event. Yeah.
That's what you said.
Yeah, see?
Right, Bruce? Yeah. All right. PLE then. And that's this weekend. What are you doing? You coming over?
No.
Do things. All right, well, we can make plans on that. Like and subscribe. Mathew, Barnaby, Hanson, Nick Hanlon. And remember, if you disagree with me, probably wrong. Like and subscribe. Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. This is how wrestling should be talked about, right?
I think you've got to tell people to like and subscribe, though.
Oh, make sure you like and subscribe.
There you go. Okay, I just want to make sure you got that out.
And share. And turn on notifications. And you know what's really great? Like just turn it on for your pets. You go to work, put it on, just let it roll. We're also now on Apple and Spotify. I'm sharing a channel with the Dirty Glass Podcast. So if you want to catch the Dirty Glass Podcast audio and some wrestling audio, Apple, Spotify, just search Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. It's right there. Which is very exciting. Right? Very soon we'll all do some Kayfabe. I gotta probably remove all the Dirty Glass audio. But that's you gotta do it one by one. It can't take forever. Oh, check out Dirty Glass Podcast travel episode. We go to Las Vegas this week. We shoot some guns at Battlefield, Las Vegas. It's a good time. I'm on point. I drink a quadruple espresso cold drink. I had 4 shots of espresso in it. And then I walk around with Angie, Corey, and Sean. And I'm talking so fast. It's very funny. You should watch that, people. Bye. I'll catch you on the... Sunset flip that. Bye.